Hey guys, what's going on? It's your Friday guy Cole, and this week's topic is has your transition been proactive or reactive? Now, there's a lot to sort of say about this, and obviously there's the negatives and the positives of being proactive or reactive. Now, I think that the majority of my transition has been proactive, and that's mainly because I've just taken like the majority of things into my hands. So I went to my GP when I first came out in like October or November last year. I just went through the whole system of getting into onto the waiting list for a GIC and all the rest of it. And then obviously upon finding out the waiting times and looking at my situation and my age and all the rest of it, I decided to go private, took that into my own hands, saved up the money, went private, got my testosterone. The only thing that's sort of that I've not taken into my own hands would be my top surgery, which is obviously my next goal, and that's only because of the cost of it. It's just quite a lot of money to save up, and hopefully my GIC sort of place in line will be fairly soon now, because it will be coming up to a year that I've been in the queue. So hopefully that means that it will fall in in the next few months. I have my first appointment and then maybe get my referral onto my top surgery, but time will tell. So yeah, so far I'd say it's been pretty proactive. So the positives of that would be obviously, because I took things into my own hands, everything's moved so much quicker. Like, yes, there's been a few like blips and bumps along the way, but in comparison to if I just let the system do what it's doing and let the NHS work how it does, I'd still be waiting for testosterone, and I wouldn't have progressed at all, and I don't know how much I would have developed socially as male and as myself as I would have if I'd been on T, of course, because for me, I don't know if it helps for everybody else, but for me it helps a lot, of course. So just to know that you have testosterone in your body, it brings out like a side of you that you didn't know was there, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's positive in that sense, and I'd say the negatives there's not really too many negatives of being proactive, in my opinion. I mean, you're using your initiative, you're getting things done. The only negative I can think of is just like the amount of money that it costs, I guess. It's pretty much all the negatives I can think of. Positives and negatives about the journey itself. There's many. As Coley said in his 1-year video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on his personal YouTube, by the way. It was out I think about a month or so ago, or 2 months ago. He was saying that this journey has been like every positive and every negative word I can think of, and I completely agree. Like, I'm only freaking 2.5 months into it, and I completely agree. And obviously I've got a whole road ahead of me that I can't even begin to comprehend and begin to expect, but Cody's been through it, he's come out the other side, and look at where he is now, and that's where I'm planning to be in a year's time, of course. 10 months time. Like, so far, obviously there's been several positives, just standardly transitioning, of course, becoming the person that I feel I am inside. That's a major positive, of course, like, major confidence boosting, seeing changes, all the rest of it, like, you just can't go wrong with that. Obviously negatives, it does get hard, it isn't an easy journey, and not everyone will understand it, and you have to break it down to people that don't necessarily understand it, and if they don't understand after that and they're still against you, then, it is what it is, but you gotta do you, right? So, yeah, I mean, I guess with every journey, whether it's, like, based on decision, where it just happens, whatever, there's always going to be a positive and negative to it. But yeah, so far, as I say, my journey has been mainly proactive. The only reactive thing about it, I guess, would be just because of my previous relationship, like my first few like serious relationships. That made me sort of think, shit, I can't continue like this, and because I was put into that circumstance, I then had to change rather than just changing by myself. So yeah, that's probably the only reactive type sort of section of it, I guess. That's all I have to give on that one, really. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week for the new topic. Alright?